I'll be honest with you, this video was supposed to start with a skit of sorts. I was going to be sitting here, seeing myself hit 50,000, and then I was going to have a party hat on in the next cut, and there was going to be like confetti. It's going to be really good. I mean, it's going to be something. But I couldn't find the party hat or the confetti in time. So hey, this is what you get. Vaguely kind of lazy intro. First things first, thank you. Thank you for 50,000 subscribers. That is a crazy number. I think that's close to like the highest attended UFC event ever, which was in Marvel Stadium in Australia. So that's like an enormous stadium full of people. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty damn cool, I'm not gonna lie. So hey, thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing and, making it possible for me to do what I love. So hey, thank you. That's the first thing. Second thing, normally when I hit these subscriber milestones, I do a Q&A video. I did one for 10,000, did one for 20,000. This year, or this milestone, I want to try something a little different. I want to talk more directly to the camera, which is something I feel like I don't do very often. Not like literally talking to the camera, but like talking about stuff that I want to talk about right now, like stuff about me, stuff about the channel, stuff about the future, miscellaneous stuff. There's a bunch of stuff that I want to talk about for a while, and I feel like this is a good time to to get it all out there. So that's what's gonna happen today. Also, basically the Reddit is like a Q&A every week or so that, there's always that. First things first, future of the BHL Hudson YouTube channel. I'm always looking to improve my content. I know that's kind of a cliche thing to say, but I genuinely am. I make a point of every few months trying to see, like, is there something I can switch up? And the main thing right now, especially for the first half of this year that I'm focusing on, is consistency. There's been a bit of a lack of consistency on this channel for a bit, and that's simply because I've been busy for the past few years. Past few years have been very busy. The last 2 years, I went through the last 2 years of high school, and they were extremely work intensive, ridiculously work intensive. And also, I mean, there's, stuff in my personal life, and as much as I absolutely love doing YouTube, I will always prioritize my personal life over my YouTube channel. So the past 2 years have just been very busy, but I am still extremely dedicated to it, and it is my passion. I'm very committed. I work my ass off with the YouTube channel. So the inconsistency has never been because I didn't want to make videos or I was just being lazy. That's just all I could make in those times. But now, since I've been on a gap year and COVID lockdown, I've had more time to focus on the YouTube channel, and it's been pretty awesome. I'm a big believer in momentum, or like momentum really helps me. Like once I kind of get going with something and I kind of keep like a streak going, it kind of motivates me more. And so now I've finally had the chance to build momentum with my YouTube channel. And that's what I want to focus on. I want to focus on putting out content consistently. I've been trying to make content each week. So far, so good. And yeah, that's what I want to keep doing. And the other thing is also improving the content and making it more interesting to watch. I hope you've been able to notice that I've been trying to make the content better. I'm trying to put more personality into the content. I'm trying to make it so I don't want people to watch my content and be like, I can watch a better version of this somewhere else. I want people to come and be like, that's a BHL Hudson video. That sounded really cheesy. It sounded better in my head. So how I've been trying to do that is try to add more humor, try to add a little more sharp editing, try to do new creative stuff like the Reddit segment. I know it's not like, a unique idea, but like new for my channel, trying to talk about different things like the UFC. I'm trying to keep things interesting, increase the consistency and the quality of the content. That's what I'm working on. And so far, so good. Honestly, I'm pretty proud and happy of how it's going. And you seem to like it too. I hit 50K much sooner than I was expecting, which is why this video is kind of late, because I wasn't ready for it. So, thank you. I'm glad you like it. And on the consistency note, I know that with more people getting vaccinated, lockdown's going to end soon. Thank God. And also I'm going off to university in, September. So I know that my tons of free time that I've had to put back into YouTube will not stay forever. So on the consistency part of it, I also want to change up my content to make sure that I can keep making videos. So here is my plan for the future of this channel. I want to make reviews of movies that are new and like news videos. So basically videos that I want to make quickly. Like you want to put out a movie review soon after the movie comes out. You want to put out a news video after the news comes out. I'm going to make those videos in this kind of style with my face in them, still with footage, like a 50-50 mix or whatever of face cam and footage, and a little bit less scripted. Obviously I'll have bullet points, I don't know what I want to say, but not like totally scripted. And then in between, or occasionally, then I can have bigger videos that are in the style of the videos that I've made up until now, the best and worst, and MCU deleted scenes, all the videos basically that aren't news related or aren't new movie related, and those will be in the style the videos that I did before, or do currently. That's my plan, basically. Otherwise, I don't think I could put out content, really, because they do take a really long time to edit those, my videos, from the audio to the visual, and these just take less time to edit, so I'm not putting less effort in or gonna make boring, easy content. It's just so I can put up content. And I know people on YouTube hate changes. Just try it. Just watch a few, see if you like it. I'm not going completely away from what I'm doing. I'm just, for new stuff, I'm doing this so I can keep making content, and there'll be footage and everything. It's going to be great. Honestly, I think it's going to go really well. I'm going to make it interesting, I promise. So, yeah, that's my plan. And I also want to keep the podcast going, which is, we may have to do mini pods, as well. Like, we might have to do smaller pieces of content, but I love the podcast. I know it's a bit silly or like juvenile or goofy. It's ridiculous. It is, but I think that's the fun of it. It's me and Freddie goofing around, having a good time. It's not don't come for deep analysis. It's just to make you laugh. And I love doing it. I think it's super fun. I love the response we get to it, and like messages about how it makes people laugh and helps people in rougher times, because that's why, like, I kind of, we'll get to it. We'll get to that more. I love the podcast, and I'm really proud of the stuff we've done. That's like a very good like example of a personality driven thing. Like, that's memorable. That's memorable, where it makes you laugh and there's like personality to it. And maybe I'm trying to like meet both a little bit in the middle. Like, I'm trying to make the podcast not more serious, but like a little more focused, because sometimes it does get a little too unfocused. And then the video's a bit more entertaining. Not that I don't think they were entertaining before, but like more entertaining, more unique. Now, next on my agenda here, I want to talk about failure. Kind of, not really, but the failure of my short film. Been holding this one in for a while. So back in the summer, I started writing a short film, my first ever short film, because I was thinking, I want to get into film, I want to make film. About time I get started, I'm 19, it's time to get going. And I wrote a script where it was about a boxer, played by yours truly. It was ambitious, very ambitious. Too ambitious, I should say. But I put a lot of work into it. I spent hours and hours and hours and hours, writing it, storyboarding it, planning it. I spent probably $2,000 of my own money on it. I rented out a boxing gym. I got actors. I learned how to box, or tried to learn how to box. I went from terrible to slightly less terrible. I mean, to be fair, the boxing was kind of something I wanted to do anyway, but, I was really serious about this. I wanted to, like, make a statement with my first, I was like, yeah, when I win an Oscar, this is what they're going to look back on, the first example of BHL Hudson's work. And just didn't work out. It was mostly for a reason outside of my control, which I'm not going to get into. But part of it, and even that reason, kind of stemmed from that I bit off more than I could chew. Like, I was trying to do too much. And while it was extremely disappointing and like demoralizing on the day, where it felt like I was watching like 6 months of my work basically just go down the drain and like it was for nothing, it wasn't. I learned a lot from it. I learned a lot from that experience, in terms of planning, in terms of filming, in terms of everything, really. Also in terms of storytelling, because the script, looking back on it now, even though it's only been like a few months, it was very earnest. I think is a good way to put it. It was very genuine, in a very cheesy way, I should say. I think it's hard to pull off that kind of earnestness, if that's a word, when you're not very experienced with filmmaking. And if you don't pull it off, it could come off very cheesy, because it wasn't the most subtle film. I think my favorite line is when Steve, the main character boxer, played by me, says, quote, "Fuck, he hits hard." Subtle. Yeah, look, it wasn't terrible, but I think maybe it's a good thing I didn't make it, because I think it probably maybe would have turned out a bit too cheesy. It was too ambitious in a lot of ways for my first film anyway. So yeah, that didn't work out. But nice segue into telling you that I am working on a new short film. My first ever, I guess technically second because I tried that other one, but my first, hopefully completed, short film. I'm working on it now. It's on a much smaller scale. It's a smaller story, smaller production. I will not be the star of it. I know Travesty, the legendary actor BHL Hudson, will not be the star. But I think it's better. And I think it's better suited to a first short film. You know, it's smaller scale so I can more focus on making it as good as possible instead of... I think I was focusing on the wrong things last time. I was focusing on all these big things. Also, that's Vince Vaughn in the background. That cardboard cutout, just so you know. I just feel like I should point that out. Weird time to put it in there, but anyway. Also, no explanation for it. Yeah, that's probably for the best. What was I saying? Oh my god, I got distracted. Yes, so hopefully it will be coming out sometime in March. So that's a big project I'm working on. Again, I want to work in the film industry, and this is kind of like my first step towards it. And making your first short film is kind of terrifying in a few ways, especially when you review movies for a living, or like you critique movies, because it leaves you very open to, people saying like, oh, you thought this movie's writing was bad, yet you wrote this line of dialogue, or you thought that shot was stupid, but you filmed this shot, and it's like, yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's fair enough, to be honest, and I'm ready for it. If you let the fear of failure or the fear of, like, getting made fun of, like, stop you from trying new things, then you're never going to do anything. Like, when am I going to make it? I'm 19. I gotta start now. Even if it sucks, I have to start, and then, the next one will be better than this one. And I mean, I'm assuming it won't suck. I'm hoping it doesn't suck. I'm putting a ton of effort into it, and if it does suck, I'll know that it wasn't because, like, I didn't try hard enough. It's just because, I'm new to this and I need to get better. But again, I feel like I'm getting hung up on that it's going to suck. It's not going to suck. I hope. But yeah, should be interesting. Even doing this, to be honest, like this on-camera thing, even though I want to like do it more to change up my content a bit, it takes some getting used to, I'm not going to lie. It's a bit unnerving at first. But yeah, late March is where I'm aiming to drop my first ever film production. I mean, I've made tons of films before, but this is the first like scripted, like proper attempt at a short film. So mark the calendars, kind of, even though I haven't given you a specific date. Late March. That kind of transitions into, as far as where I want to go in life, entertain people. Sorry if something changed there. The battery ran out. I had to change it. Anyway, entertain people. I want to make entertainment that entertains people. That's the dumbest thing I've ever said. I want to create content and create, make films and that not only entertains people but also makes people feel like a certain very strong emotion or makes them consider something about their life. Basically, I want to do what my favorite movies do for me. Like when I came out of Baby Driver, and I was literally like jumping up and down because I was so excited. Or like how Creed genuinely inspired me and motivated me and has like changed my life. Like actually changed my life for the better. Wow, that was a really powerful moment, and the TV chooses now to stop Chromecasting. Oh god. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, Creed genuinely changed my life, like motivated me and inspired me, and I want to do that, And I think the fact that I feel like I have on a very small scale with the podcast, I think that bodes well, because what I wanted to do there was give people the same experience, or a similar experience that I had listening to The Weekly Planet. That's a podcast that makes me laugh, has helped me through some tough times. It is like a thing to listen to while you work out. It's a cozy feeling, I guess. Like it's a fun, cozy, familiar kind of thing, like a sitcom almost. I don't know. I wanted to give that to people, and I feel like I have. Again, very small scale, but still, I think that bodes well. I mean, the overall goal is to be happy and make the people I love happy, but like the more in-depth thing is to, entertain, and this whole entertainment thing, and make people's lives better through entertainment. Also, if I can make a good living out of it along the way, and have a good living for, me and my family and my friends and the people I love, then yeah, that's a pretty good bonus. And I feel like that's just what YouTube has done basically so far, is that I've been able to do my dream and make money from it as a nice bonus, but, you know, do what I love and people seem to enjoy it, and I want to do that basically just on a bigger scale. I want to win an Oscar one day, you know? I know it sounds ridiculous, but, you know, you gotta have dreams. Do I know how I'm gonna get from here to there? No, absolutely not. Do I even know how I'm gonna get from here to, like, making movies at all? No, I don't. But I like the saying, the harder you work, the luckier you get. Because something that I will say for myself, I know how to work. I work very hard. I work like a motherfucker. And also, I work smart. I know how to pace myself and work hard, but not completely deplete myself. And I think that, along with my passion, I know it probably sounds naive and silly, but hey, we'll see. You know, I have a lot of goals. You know, I have a lot of stuff I want to do, and I'm excited. I'm excited to just try and hopefully succeed. I mean, I don't know if the kind of movies I'll make will be like Oscar worthy, but hey, we'll see. You know, you gotta have like big goals. Like it's the filmmaker equivalent of winning a UFC belt. You know, you gotta have those big goals that you visualize, that you're working towards. So yeah, I got some stuff I want to do. And speaking of like opportunities kind of coming up when you work hard, I'm not gonna go into too much detail because there's sort of some moving parts here, and this might come up in the future, and you know, I'll keep it vague. But I was contacted about potentially working on a TV show that I think quite a few of you probably would have heard of. By the way, for the record, when I say work, I mean in the smallest sense possible. I would be like unpaid intern, bring someone their coffee kind of work. But nonetheless, like an actual legitimate production thing. And the guy who offered it found me from my YouTube channel. So I always kind of had an idea that somehow the YouTube thing would transition into the movie making world some way. I don't know. To be honest, I kind of thought like maybe someday someone will see one of my videos and then reach out, but it's sort of like a silly idea, really. Like, I was like, is that really gonna happen? But it did. You know, again, for a very minor thing, but you know, that's what I'm saying. There's like a transition there. There's a bridge. There's a possibility. There's an opportunity there, and hopefully, you know, the reason I couldn't do it in the end was because of COVID. So hopefully, you know, something happens. But that's what I mean. Like, I worked at this thing for so long, and I think there's something in that, and that you work hard, that you try your best, then stuff is gonna happen. I know it sounds cheesy as hell, but hey, we'll see what happens. You know. Now just some quick miscellaneous things. Why do I not use Twitter anymore? Because I just don't like it. Simple as that. You know that meme where it's like,
my day be so fine, then boom, Twitter.
But yes, like exactly that. It made me unhappy, to be honest. Like I noticed it made my days less happy, and I was like, why would I do that to myself? It can be funny and informative at times, and I'll log on occasionally nowadays, but it's just such a unpleasant atmosphere, and I wanted to focus more on like real life stuff. Twitter had to go, basically. I don't know. I wasn't enjoying it. I'm not trying to be one of those guys who's like, you know, Facebook is actually an anti-social network, but like when I just stopped using it and focusing less on like the internet and Twitter specifically and more like real world stuff, awesome. Maybe I'll use it in the future, but I just find it really unpleasant and unproductive, and it made me more unhappy. Like, why would I do something that's supposed to be like free time that makes me unhappy? So that's that. Then, why do I not respond to Instagram DMs anymore? Just want to address this real quick. To be perfectly honest, it's just because it started giving me more stress than I liked. It's supposed to be like a fun, nice thing, and I love interacting with the community and people who enjoy my stuff, but I just kind of started overthinking it a bit, I guess. I would go a while without responding, then I was like, is it kind of weird if I respond now? And then I was like, well, if I respond to one DM, then I'd feel bad if I don't respond to everyone, so I just don't respond to any, and then, you know, it became a bit of a cycle. So hey, I prioritize my own like happiness always, and yeah, so it just started stressing me out a bit, and I respond occasionally. Like I'll get back to it. It's something I used to do a lot, and now not as much. But if I don't respond to your Instagram DMs, or like I used to, and then I don't anymore, that's why. It's absolutely nothing personal. Then just a random thing. I'm not Gubz. I see this comment a lot for something that I feel should be kind of obvious. No, I'm not Gubz. Gubz gave me a shout out a while ago. Very cool of him. I think we follow each other on Instagram. I enjoy his content. I don't know where he is. If I had to guess, I'd say he's probably taking a break from YouTube or the internet, or he just got busy with other stuff. I don't know. I hope he's doing well, but I do not know where he is, what he's doing, and I'm not him. Let's just make that very clear. Then, another just miscellaneous thing. I really want to do something with a anxiety or like depression or mental health charity or campaign sometime in the future. So if you know of a charity or a campaign that you're very, that you trust or that you know is good, leave it down below in the comments, because I really, at some point in the future, I really want to do something to do with that. And now finally here at the end, Cian, great fan of the pod, who also runs the pod fan page and does a bunch of stuff, put together a video from some of my subscribers saying congratulations on 50K. Just a super sweet, very, very nice video. So I filmed a little reaction to it with Freddie, which is linked down below in the description if you want to watch that. But I just want to say thank you, Cian. Thank you, everyone in that video. Super sweet. It's just very, very nice, fun video. So thank you guys so much. It really, as you'll see in the reaction, it really made me smile. So thank you guys. It's awesome. Also, that video was recorded after Freddie and I stayed up very late, and we'd just woken up. So that's why I look the way I look in that video. But yeah, I think that wraps up this 50K subscriber special. The camera has been acting crazy this whole time. Half of the time it has battery and then it runs out. I don't know. So this has been an exciting experience. At one point the camera fell. Let's play that clip right now. Great. So anyway, it's been fun. But hey, I just want to say thank you guys again for 50,000 subscribers. It's a crazy number. I love what I do. I love making content. I want to keep improving and progressing in, my dreams in life, which is to, make people's lives better through entertainment, I guess, is the simple way to put it. So I got big things planned for this year and for, my life. And we're just going to see what happens, Take it one step at a time. I'm excited, though. Short film coming hopefully late March. More videos coming. More podcasts coming. It's all coming. So that sounded weird.
And I'm coming all night long, T-Wood.
So yeah, thank you guys, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.